This is the Gospel Party HarlemWaysRadio.com. Y'all caught us there. We had the camera. We're supposed to be playing the music video. But anyway, we're getting ready for it. We're setting up for our mock interview. So now, my name is Willie H., and I am interviewing at Shell Yvette Org, whatever, or the company of Shell Yvette.
That's right. You're going to interview at my company.
All right. So...
Okay, so I own a warehouse company, and what we do is we produce chairs. Okay. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a couple of people. I need a few people to just work on the line for me and just kind of put the items together. But I'm also looking for a machinist, and since Willie think he's supposed to make all the money all the time, he want to interview for that position. But that's fine. I'll let him interview for the machinist. The machinist is a very important position. The machinist is basically my engineer. And what he has to do is make sure that my machine, my belt, is working at all times. You know, they have robots to do this nowadays. But just for the sake of this
They still need me.
They still need some human beings somewhere.
Somebody.
So, but you're not a full-fledged engineer. So quit trying to make all this money, okay? The position only... he think it's like $50,000. This position is going to be paying $9.50 an hour to start. And after 90 days, it'll go up to $10 an hour.
What about a year?
And after a year, then the pay will go up to between $11 and $12 an hour.
Definitely won't be a salary position.
So it won't become a salary position until you get into the floor working.
Okay, and now, first of all, guys,
so that's a little bit
when you go on the interview, don't even talk about the stuff we were just talking about.
Right.
That's when you got a good idea that you got the job. Then you talk like we were just talking. So
there you go.
Don't go in, I want this. Don't
do that.
None
of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. We've got about 20 minutes here, so we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. You're Willie. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name.
Aytchh.
Aytchh. Okay, Willie H. My pleasure to meet you, Willie. So I've got your resume before me. I've had an opportunity to kind of look through many resumes, and yours actually made it to the top of my desk.
Thank you.
I just want to compliment you for getting here on time. Your attire is actually very appropriate.
Thank you.
If you are hired for the position, it's a very casual atmosphere, but I thank you so much for coming in professionally dressed. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you know about my company.
Well, your company, I like your company because you guys, first of all, you're one of the best company in this area. You pay well, you treat your employees, you got a good customer service department, and you do great things in the community. So I like being aligned with a company that treats people well.
Very good. I'm actually glad to hear that you brought that point out. Many people who I talk to really look at the company from that perspective of us making chairs, the product. And you actually hit the nail on the head for me by saying that we are a community-based organization. How did you find that information out?
Well, I did do some research. I went on the internet, put in your name, and I talked to some people that are associated with you. So I found out that you was a lot of the people here are good people.
Wonderful. Now, as I'm looking at your resume here, and it says that you do have some background with working in warehouses and working on machines. But I want you to tell me a little bit about what's your ability to be a team player.
Well, I come from, I did own my own business. We weren't doing chairs, but we were making a product. So I understand what a team does. And I myself had to gather a team together to make sure that we gave an excellent product and we gave our service, our customer service was excellent.
Good. Now, what type of hours are you looking to work?
Excuse me for a moment.
No problem. What type of hours are you looking to work?
Well, right now, I'm flexible, but I would like if Monday to Friday would be perfect.
Okay.
I understand there may be some weekends that you guys might want me to work. I'm also flexible with that.
Okay, very good. If we choose to hire you in the near future, being that it is December, I know that some people do look forward to taking the holidays off. What's your availability like as far as through the holiday season?
Well, I'm just coming here, so I would assume that if I'm needed, I will be there for for the company.
Good. Now let's take a little bit of a turn here. Now, this particular position as a machinist, you're going to actually be kind of a lead for me. And I am looking to actually hire someone in a higher position. I am looking for someone who has maybe some managerial skills, and within a year's time, maybe promote them from that machinist position to a higher level position. How do you think you'd be able to perform coming from working from a line position per se to working as a superior with those same people?
Well, like I said before, I have experience. I have my own business, so I am used to being in a leadership position. Also, I went to school for Fordham University, where I took up a business course for a year, and I got a good certificate for that. So, and I've worked with in other positions where I had to step up and be a leader. Went through problems, was able to solve problems, troubleshoot. So. And I think I'm likable because I'm probably honest, but honest with some integrity and honest with some flexibility too. So,
good. How comfortable are you with constructive criticism?
Well, constructive criticism is something that I take on as a challenge because sometimes there's some good things that needs to be said. So. I have no problem. Like, once again, I'm a team player. I've been through, we have problems with each other. Sometimes people don't see eye to eye. But understanding that we got to work, solve a problem, work out our solutions. Just to give you a story, one time this young lady, me and her didn't get work eye to eye, but was able to resolve, was able to one day take her aside, talk to her, tell her how much I appreciate her skill, her intelligence, and that we could solve this problem, that we could get along. And from that day, we became friends.
Very nice. What questions do you have for me about this position?
Well, I want to know, I'm sure somebody was in this position before. What was some of the pitfalls of that other person? Just to get an idea of what was the downside of maybe working this position.
Sure. The education piece for me. It's very keen in this particular position. You have to stay relevant, and you have to be current, and you have to be available to go through some of our classes. So even though you come in with this skill set that's needed, my product is always ever evolving and improving. So not only do you have to be flexible enough to be able to complete your daily schedule, few weekends here or there, but we also have some classes. Would you be able to finagle your schedule around to attend those classes? And they are every 6 months. I
would love that. Matter of fact, the job that I had before, I kind of felt like they did give us some classes, but I felt like it wasn't enough. And in my other previous job, I had to do a lot of research and development, so I was always on dealing with our customers or our product. I was always online trying to learn. YouTube has a great resource.
Absolutely.
That we was allowed to use, and me being in a position where I can use that. So I was able to learn a lot of techniques, tips, and also research some of the equipment that we need for the future to take so that we continue to be state of the art in our service.
Wonderful. Well, my time is up. I do have to go on with a few more interviews. I will definitely be in contact with you by the end of the week. If you have any questions or concerns, here's my business card before then. And it's been my pleasure to meet with you and speak with you on today.
Thank you, Cheryl. It was a pleasure. And let me know if there's anything else you need. I really would love this job working for this company. Is there anything else maybe that you wasn't satisfied that you see that maybe I was unable to do the position?
Not at all. At this time, I have all the information that I need.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My pleasure again. Have a great day.
day.
Lisa.
All right, Lisa. Go for it.
Critique time.
Okay, I'm here. I had it on mute because I didn't want y'all to hear typing.
She was typing. Wow.
All right.
Taking it serious.
Willie was taking it serious. I was like, "Shoot, boy, you hired."
We're trying to get a job for real.
For real.
Listen.
I'm hoping somebody see this on the internet and say, "Hire that boy."
Listen, Lisa, I think he's gonna get a job. I think somebody gonna call him tomorrow and be like, "Yo, listen, don't work at her machinist company."
Oh my goodness.
So, Lisa, tell us your first thoughts. Tell us your thoughts. What did you think about the interview process that Willie went through?
I really like that. Number one, enthusiasm. That all gets me. Mm-hmm. You were alive. You were excited, mm-hmm. and you sounded like you were present. You were in the moment. You were there.
Yes, he was.
I like that enthusiasm. You here because look, I'm here. Black bushy tail. I want this. That's always a stickler for me too. You didn't walk in like, hey, how you doing? It is what it is.
You know what I was particularly intrigued about? Can you hear me?
Yes. What was I particularly?
What I was particularly intrigued about was the fact that he maintained eye contact. I thought that was very important. And I'll say this, even though it wasn't a human service position, he caught on to the fact that I have a business. And even though I dealt with chairs and it's a machinery job, he hit the key for me, which was customer service. Duh, I'm selling the chairs to people. You know what I'm saying? And it was like he was so in tune to me as a person. I didn't feel like he was trying to impress me as an interviewer. I felt like he was, like you said, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. He was energetic. He was responding. I don't have a problem with people pausing and taking a moment before they answer my question, but he didn't take any pauses. He was, right on the mark. I mean, we were improvising anyways, but he was right on the mark and answered each and every one of my questions.
Hey guys, what did I do that maybe wasn't so good? Was there something that you guys might have pinpointed that
I'm not that
you was uneasy?
I'm not that picky about
Lisa?
it.
Lisa?
What was different? I've never heard anybody ask what were the pitfalls of the previous person in that position. You know what I'm saying? You asked something about the last person in that position.
So you don't think that would be something I should ask?
I probably wouldn't. Because we don't know what the person did. Showed up drunk, if it was sexual harassment.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wouldn't, but I thought, wow, no, that's different. I've never heard anybody ask.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm. I did feel when you asked it, I have to say I kind of felt that too a little bit, but I kind of wanted to go with it because it was such a off the wall question. I felt like I had never heard it before, and honestly, it made me think like, shoot, yeah, why did I get rid of that last person? And I looked at it more so though from a training from a training aspect.
Now, ladies, okay, so I need to reword that because what I wanted to get from my interview was because whether the person quit or whether the person was fired or whatever, I wanted to know what's difficult about this job. I wanted to know because a lot of times you go to jobs and you may have the skills for it, but there may be something that you have to deal with.
You're not gonna never get the answer to that.
You never. Okay, so I shouldn't even ask.
Don't even step into that realm.
What's the question I should ask then? Or maybe just to find out more about the job.
Mm-hmm.
I like that you asked something about what is it that you're looking for, or something to that effect, or the hours, or maybe it could have been how Cheryl did it, when she, spun it around when you asked about what the last person, she turned it around and said, "This is what we're looking for: availability, and the positive on it." She didn't go into whether the last person that worked here was shucking and jiving to do this, She said, we're looking for someone who can meet our training requirements, who is available.
Right, because I was feeling like because I was thinking the same thing, like, gosh, a pitfall. And the first thing I thought was, dang, what if I fired the person because they did have like a problem? So I was like, let me say this in as positive and as concrete of a way as possible. This is what I would say. When you're in an interview, the types of questions that you want to ask need to be extremely relevant to the position. Don't try to find out what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about like the ins and the outs, because there's going to be good and bad to every single job. You just need to do your research, number one, and your questions need to be based upon whatever your research was. Like, I don't like people to be fishing around just asking me questions just to ask a question. If you don't have a legitimate question to ask, then then I would be comfortable with the fact that the person says, I'm actually comfortable with the research that I've done, and you've answered all my questions at this point. If you don't have any questions to ask, then that's okay as well. But don't just say, I don't have any questions. Say, actually, with all the research that I've completed at this time, I feel comfortable at this point. Okay. So you kind of still answer the question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I think that overall, I mean, I really don't feel like this is an interview where I could rip you apart about it. Because my thing is this: I wasn't really looking for a machinist or an operator. When I interview people, I'm looking to find out if they really a people person. I can teach you the technical parts. You know, this wasn't a job where you need to really do a whole lot of on-the-job training. You push your button, you send the stuff down the line. You know, and I was really interviewing him to find out what type of a person he was. I'm not sure if you picked that up from my questions, but I wasn't really, if you notice, I didn't really ask a lot of questions. I mean, like I had the resume, the pretend resume in front of me. I didn't really ask questions like, you know, are you a CNC machinist? Do you understand how to operate this? Those are technical things. If your resume doesn't tell me the stuff that I need to know, then I'm going to throw that to the side. I feel like your resume is what brought you here to me and tells me that you have the technical skill. Now I need to know, are you going to be able to fit into this team and learn what it is that I need to teach you in order for my company to grow?
Alrighty, this is the Gospel Party, HarlemLanesRadio.com. I got my girls in the house, Brother Show, Yvette. I got Real Talk with Lisa Eddie. I even got Shaw Sykes in the chat room. What's up, Shaw? My girl is in the chat room. Also, we got Kim Mason in the chat room. DJ Les Love, and nobody does it better. We also got I Am Love, and
I Am Love.
Of course, Lisa Eddie Rimpson, and I know a bunch of you guys that's maybe not in the chat room, but you're watching it. We want to say hello. God bless you.
Yes.
All right, so we was going through the interview. We thought this might be important because this is a new year, fresh start. I know me and Show at this time are developing our resumes, and we getting jobs, you know, and interviews. I just was on an interview, and so we trying to get it tight. Lisa Eddie Rimpson and so also they do interviews, so I figure I get a little wealth of information while I got the ladies, the professional interviews in the house.
That's what we're here to do. You know, whatever your skill set is, don't hide your skill set. Somebody needs to know, you know, don't let your legacy die with you. If you know some information, share that. You know, I find that people just become book hogs or knowledge hogs. It's like they find out a little nugget of information and they don't want to share with anybody. They want to act like, you know, the world isn't going to survive with information. And I feel like when you learn something, the better human being, you become a better human being, a better Christian when you share it so someone else can learn.
Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna go. What I'm gonna do is go to a music video, y'all. We're gonna come right back, probably wrap it up. But this is the Gospel Party we have every Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We also hang out with you guys in the chat room. Like I said, we got DJ Les Love, Lisa Eddie Rimpson in the chat, as well as on the phone line. We got I Am Love. We got my girl Shaw Sykes in the house. Kimmy in the house, and we hanging out, y'all. This is what we do. The Gospel Party.
2015.
2015. That's right.
We made it.
2015. Oh, I also want to let you know in the scoop that I feel blessed because from this year to next year, my Harlem Lanes Radio family, I've seen a lot of, I'm gonna say spiritual growth, like in my man Les Love and of course Shaw Sykes. Now I don't know Kim Mason, but all of these people seem to have a reverence for God.
Okay.
And I like that. And I've seen a lot of growth in a lot of them. Of course, you know, I'm trying to grow in God, trying to get it right. But I got some help. I got Lisa Eddie Rimpson. I got Evangelist Show, Yvette, steer me in the right way. So this is the Gospel Party, y'all.
All right, quick video.